it's really upsetting to me that I didn't make enough effort to offer money to people to go to this and videotape it. I feel like I've let you guys down. This is Dave Rubin and Jordan Peterson. They are out in front of and they're talking about the crazy diversity at the Restore the Republic event. I mean, the diversity went from like all the way from like Rubin through Peterson. Incidentally, they were on tour together with each other like 4 years ago. All the way to, Brett Weinstein, another member of the IDF, and then all the way to Russell Brand, who is now a extremely religious person. I think he's probably getting to the point where he probably wouldn't even show up with Dave Rubin around because of Dave Rubin is a sinner.
They'd want to baptize him.
Yeah, he's gonna. But also, to be fair, Matt Taibbi and Jimmy Dore were there. Also, Tulsi Gabbard and wasn't like Jack Posobiec. Oh, I actually took a screenshot of one of the posters because it was interesting to see who was written up in dark, like letters, like like on the cloud. It's like one of those like cloud, word clouds. And
who got top billing is interesting to me as well.
I wonder how much these people got for showing up.
Can we pull that up, Bradley? The poster. Can you find that?
Here, I'm going to send it to Matt. Matt has it on his IM, but like I'll read off some of it. Rob Schneider. Oh yeah. And
he got top billing.
He got top billing, but here's the thing. Like I say, this poster, Matt, if you can pop this up, it's at the jointheresistance.org. Rescue the Republic. Join the resistance. They said that twice on the poster because it's that important. Rob Schneider is on there, but he is in the lightest color font. You almost don't see it. In Skillet.
Skillet, I think, is posted twice.
Who's Skillet?
I don't know.
It's a band. Brett Weinstein, he's in dark. Colonel Douglas McGregor. Tulsi Gabbard. Tennessee Jet. Is that a band? Yeah, here it is. Okay. And look at this. So you can see the big bold names are Brett Weinstein, Tennessee Jet, Dr. Robert Malone, one of the leading lights in COVID denialism.
Yeah.
Senator Ron Johnson gets the same color font as Rob Schneider. Like there's three darknesses, right? There's the Rob Schneider, there's the Skillet, and there's Brett Weinstein on the top there. And,
and there's no rhyme
ones.
I was skeptical of what you were saying, but there's no rhyme or reason to the color choice. Like,
it just
doesn't
rotates.
Look aesthetically, but it's all
goes
bunched
light,
in the
medium,
middle.
Dark,
Oh,
light,
they
medium,
must be
dark,
thinking
light.
about who they want to promote. I definitely think
It could be, but it literally goes light, medium, dark, light, medium,
per
dark,
line.
light, medium, dark.
Yeah.
Successively.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's done alphabetically. I think they choose.
That's true.
So Charlie Kirk is dark.
You want Rob Schneider and Skillet at the top of it.
Yeah. And don't worry, Skillet's posted again as the last person, if you see there. Skillet twice.
But wait a second. You know who I don't see on that list is, what's his face? Oh, yeah, Russell Brand. Russell Brand is a lighter color. So isn't Robert Kennedy Jr. Taibbi's up there. Tyler Fisher, I don't know. Eric Bowling. Brandon Straka gets a bold lettering.
I'm going to guess 5 Times August is also a band, although I've never heard of that.
Jack Posobiec, he is a
Naval intelligence right-winger
guy, yeah.
Del Bigtree, who's a big anti-vaxxer.
Brandon Straka's on there twice.
So is Skillet. That's what I'm saying. This is done. This is done so sloppily.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big tent of diversity. I mean, one way to characterize it.
Laura Logan, I mean, it is.
You have
awesome
Zionists
that they're
and you
letting
have
her out on leave to go to this event.
You got Zionists and you got people afraid of needles, and a lot of both. So.
And you know how you make it seem like the event is even bigger than it is? You list 2 of the speakers twice, or 2 of the performers/speakers twice on your poster.
It's freak Coachella.
I mean,
crowd that thing up.
I don't want to give these freaks advice, but I would just say, like, usually when you make a post like this, you put the most notable names at the top. And I don't, maybe Rob Schneider's that, I guess, but like, I mean, maybe put Russell Brand and RFK up there. I don't know.
But even Charlie Kirk's like on the last, line there was just a little surprising.
Here is Jordan Peterson and Dave Rubin speaking to this crowd to restore the republic.
And we should note, just even relative to where we're standing right now with the Washington Memorial behind us and the Jefferson Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial, that this country was founded on the idea that we were going to be different. We were going to be different and think different things. And I guarantee you, if we polled every single one of you out here, this would probably be the widest tent of political thought in America today. That is rare.
The other thing that's interesting about this team, I think putting together
Kermit.
a revolutionary team in a political landscape is always a dangerous thing, because mostly what you want from your political leaders when everything is working well is sort of calm and predictable stability, so that you can ignore the political and you can get on with your own life. And that'd be a lovely thing to see. And now you have in front of you a relatively revolutionary cabal of potential leaders, and there's peril in that. But one of the things that constrains that and hems that in the most appropriate possible way is the fact that all of the people who are putting themselves forward are patriots. They're American patriots. They're pro-human. And
You're
they're
Canadian.
also
What is he
very,
talking
very
about?
strong advocates for free speech. And
It doesn't seem like there's a ton of people there either, I gotta say. I mean,
No, I'm looking for.
you got a
Outshot.
lot of people on that bill, and I don't know. Maybe you can't hear it from the stage. So
I feel like it's less than a typical Jordan Peterson show.
I sort of feel like that. Now, just if you're listening at home, Jordan Peterson is wearing a two-tone suit that is divided right down the middle. Oh, red and blue. I see. That's very clever.
He raided Heath Ledger's closet from The Dark Knight
I
or
know,
something.
it's so strange.
He really is. It's like he's attempting to be some sort of Joker. Yeah.
All right, but let's listen to Brett Weinstein, because here's the thing. There is a wide range of political voices at this conference, but you should know that some of them are provocateurs. They are, of course, feds. And how will you know that they're feds? Because there's no way there's anybody at this Rescue the Republic meeting who are in any way racist or anti-Semitic or fasci in any way. And if you see them, I have an explanation as to why you see them.
They just want a maha.
Now, as long as we're on the topic of fears, let's confront one directly. If, as the event proceeds, you find yourself faced with someone displaying Nazi symbols, inciting violence or lawlessness, or you encounter a group of people dressed in paramilitary garb, those are assuredly federal agents. Thank them for their service and move on.
Traps abound.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for. That's not what I was
That's a
expecting.
very, very tight crowd shot,
Now,
isn't
some
it?
of you are no
Yeah.
doubt thinking there's
It really is.
Let's listen to a
the
little
weather
bit more.
didn't do them any favors.
Well, I mean, that is like they're just like, that's a tight crowd shot, which is,
Also, is it a big tent? Because I'm seeing a MAGA hat, not a ton of diversity in the crowd. But
well,
I mean,
they all have a different
Stupid beliefs.
They have different political ideas. Like some people think that COVID was planned, and other people think that it was a bioweapon, and other people think that
Never happened.
really
It was
even
a
happened.
hoax, yeah.
So the full range of beliefs about COVID are there.
This is a moron parade.
Now, some of you are no doubt thinking there's something odd about a mission to rescue the Republic that includes many speakers from abroad.
Yeah.
But this is actually a testament to the achievements of the founding generation. Our founding fathers almost accidentally invented the modern West. They did it because they had to balance the tensions between the various colonies in order to persuade them to confederate. The careful job that they did, balancing the various concerns, created a prototype for a world that was not rigged in anybody's direction.
Hey guys, I wanted this to be a fun event. What's going on?
not rigged in anybody's direction. I think slaves would have to differ.
I think it's like a
during that time
3/5.
I
period.
guess we should have gotten that.
Look.
I guess we should have gotten that teleprompter.
How do we get South Carolina? We got to do what
Yeah.
we're the founders. We need to do what's best for equality in the future. How do we get South Carolina to join us on this?
I mean, we're going to play in the sec Russell Brand praying on stage or whatever, but do you notice how they use this kind of religious language about the founding fathers as if they are our deities in and of themselves? I mean, they bestowed upon us this nation. It's like a religious view of what a nation state is, as opposed to what America actually was, which was forged by conquest and genocide.
Actually, it was a big gift from our daddies.
Oh, right. Our sky god, George Washington. Thank you.
All right, so Russell Brand showed up as well. And
I don't think he took Diddy's plane, but
honestly, like,
Not this time.
I look at this and I honestly think, like, is this the Rescue the Republic, or is this like an SNL parody of it? And I want to make it clear, like, I don't think the SNL parody would be that much more entertaining than this either. But this does not look real to me. It looks like it's so bizarre what they have done here, and everybody thought they were going to make a lot of cash, and they didn't, and they're pissed.
as somebody who's been following Russell Brand for about 15 years, not always as a fan, he is not sincere about this at all.
No, I saw him do a live show in Atlantic City in 2013 or 2012. It was a part of his Messiah Complex tour. He had large photos up on the stage that included Che Guevara and Jesus Christ. He started talking about how Jesus was a communist. It was a very funny show. In Atlantic City, there were a lot of people there for the casino, so they just wandered in, and a lot of like Republican types walked out in outrage because he was calling Jesus Christ a communist. But since then, there have been some credible sexual assault allegations leveled at Russell Brand, not getting a ton of work in Hollywood anymore. So here we are.
If I have your permission, I would like to end in a short prayer on this holy and auspicious day.
Oh, incidentally, I should just say, Sunday, September 29th in the calendar is not a holy day. Unless you...
Well, the Rescue the Republic is that day.
Is that a Christian holiday now?
It is.
Rescue the Republic Day?
Judeo-Christian.
I didn't,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And if I have your permission, I would like to end in a short prayer on this holy and auspicious day.
Okay, pause it for a second. I just, go back, because you can even, when Jordan Peterson has to take a step back from you and
just
thinks
kinda
that
crazy.
you might be a little bit not sure what he's going to do here.
A little bit too much.
Look at Jordan's body language here. You'll notice what happens when game sees game.
This is two competing Messiah complexes, and one is
Exactly.
winning.
Wait a second. I don't think this corporal state has enough room for two of us transcendent beings here on stage. Sir, I was going to say, let's get on our knees and pray before you did this. I'm the one who said this was a holiday. But watch how he's steps, he leans back and he realizes, I think I'm probably going to have to take a step here.
Free speech, not personalities.
He's coming closer. He's coming closer.
I would like to end
I
in a short prayer
step
on
back
this holy and auspicious
slowly.
day.
Yes, there we go. Okay, you're going to pray. I'll get down on my knees.
Oh, keep me in the shot,
Lord
too.
Jesus Christ, I call upon your name on this occasion. May it augment an era of peace. May we reach out our hands in friendship.
Well, pause it for a
particular to
second.
those
Now
that we
look at that huge ideological swath of everybody's at this place, not praying. And also, the camera's set up in the center, and this is not a big crowd.
Yeah.
I feel like there could be 200 people there.
And I think this is the closest a lot of them have gotten to
the
church.
speaker list is maybe 1/4 the size of the crowd that has showed up. All right,
imagine
everybody.
we would oppose. May these institutions that were once regarded sacred, so sacred in fact that any incursion upon them as
doing
on
the
January 6th was regarded as a kind of heresy. May the values that warrant these buildings, these institutions, that flag, this nation, being regarded as one nation under God, return to the forefront. May I pray, Lord Jesus Christ, in your holy name, that all Americans of all cultures and colors and persuasions come together in your name. I ask, Heavenly Father, for a new era of peace. That Satan be cast out in your name in all his forms, but in
There's nothing better than the construct of, I hope that Americans of all colors, of all creeds and all persuasions recognize that they should be Christian. And you are the Christian God and you're the true God. I mean, like, I want to say I both appreciate the fact that everybody has a difference of opinion and tell you it's time to get with the program.
It's amazing.
Satan be cast out in your name in all his forms, but in particular in the bizarre, Kafkaesque, Huxley-esque, Orwellian form of totalitarianism, bureaucracy in the name of care.
Jordan Peterson's laughing.
Peterson's laughing. Then he realized, like, oh, this isn't supposed to be the funny part.
But he's not.
Go back. This isn't supposed to be the funny part.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Are they behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, they definitely are.
Okay, I've observed that. I think they may be. Peterson's laughing earnestly, not laughing in the way we are. He's like, oh, you called it Kafkaesque. How on point.
Is he not
I'm
crying?
not sure. I think Peterson is like.
Oh, that's the kind of rhetorical flourish that he would adore, though. He anything that sounds intelligent to him is intelligent. It doesn't matter.
I think Peterson is literally having one of those moments. I should say this morning when I woke up, I had carbs. And so I'm feeling a little bit less than completely insane at the moment. And,
that's why he didn't break down in tears on stage.
And when he started to say Kafkaesque and within the context of the prayer to the Almighty Lord, that's when I just lost it and then realized, wait, I'm in front of a whole crowd of at least 250 people. I better make it like I'm serious again about the prayer part. Okay, go. Just watch him.
But in particular in the bizarre, Kafkaesque, Huxley-esque, late Orwellian form of totalitarianism, bureaucracy in the name of care. Lord, I ask for true republicanism and true democracy.
I've got to pretend like I'm serious again. You know what it was that set me off is when he included Huxley.
Oh, he's crying.
Huxley-esque. Is he?
Okay, keep.
Well, now I've got to try and cry.
I at first thought he was crying, but that initial reaction was laughter because Russell Brand mentioned Kafka, and he's a college
Not
professor.
just Kafka, Huxley-esque.
Right, exactly.
Kafka-esque. He asked all the top three autodidactic faves.
These are my favorite references.
These are the ones that you read if you, you've got the big Dallas Huxley, right? Brave New World.
Frankly, all short books like that are
all
pretty
the
consumable.
books that you read in junior high. And
200
that's
pages.
where
They
you
weren't
cement your entire worldview on.
Era of peace. That Satan be cast out in your name in all his forms, but in particular in the bizarre, Kafkaesque, Huxley-esque, late Orwellian form of totalitarianism.
Late Orwellian.
In the name of care. Lord, I ask for true republicanism and true democracy, that every individual may feel their freedom to open heart.
Now he starts crying.
Now he goes crying.
Whoa!
Discourse and conversation with one another in good faith.
You can see the end of the crowd there.
Deception, the lies,
Look at
and
the
the
bulletproof
censorship and
glass.
the control. Respect the honor of the individual, the
they're not
sovereignty
putting
of
their
the
life on the line.
individual, that we are all fallen individuals and
these
that we
hogs.
may serve in your name on the day of the feast of St. Michael. I ask, Lord, that your holy light shine on America.
Maybe
and across
pause it.
the
I'm
world
sorry.
for
I want to
you.
apologize. It was the 29th, the Feast of St. Michael,
I have to check my calendar.
because I will cop to not knowing that. B, cop to not knowing what that is, even if that was on that day.
Michaelmas is a Christian festival observed in many Western Christian liturgical calendars on September 29th.
End of the harvest, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there it was. And that explains also why there was so few people there. They must have all been at church.
That makes sense.
And they couldn't come on that day.
I ask, Lord, that your holy light shine on America and across the world for new voluntary unity, not imposed top-down unity, Lord. Lord, I ask...
Pause it for a second.
Together
I mean, am I the only person who finds the sort of irony of asking the Lord to create voluntary unity, not top-down unity, Lord, above me?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
is it?
Well, the whole
Listen,
thing's hierarchical.
I just want to say, I know there's a lot of people out there who are offended because I'm mocking a guy praying. But I'm only doing this because this is what the old Russell Brand would have wanted me to do.
Yeah.
So
The Russell Brand that turned up to MTV after 9/11 dressed up as Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, right. That guy. But he's redeemed now. So don't even look into the past and do not Google his sexual assault allegations because he's redeemed.
Yeah, how he behaved on St. Trinian's, for instance.
you have been... It's St. Michael's Feast of the Arbor, and you, my friend, have been absolved.
Principles under your name. I pray for America, and if I have your permission, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end with the Lord's Prayer. Just do the version that you know. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Encourage people
Thy
with
kingdom
posts
come,
and try
thy will
to
be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us
help
this
them,
day daily bread,
if I can.
and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not
And
into
accuse us of
temptation,
crimes
but
to the
deliver us
press.
from evil.
You've really
Thine
learned
is
your
the kingdom,
lines, Russell.
power and the
Forgive
glory
everyone,
forever
especially
and
me.
ever. Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Peterson. Thanks, Brett Weinstein. Thanks, everyone engaged in this event.
This is not a big crowd of people.
No, but I've spotted like 6 MAGA hats.
Do you think that Russell Brand is going to like start his own church?
Oh. That'd be pretty
I think
good.
that's sort of what his YouTube channel is.
But the church would be tax exempt.
Right.
Do Scientology, Russell Brand, please. Something to that effect.
I hate when people trespass against me, like when they mention that I behave poorly on a film set.
Emma Majority Report. As a Palestinian American, I'm getting some tough questions. Why should the USA have the right to exist now? Just like Israel, we are enabling and supporting a genocide, and even the country was conceived after a genocide of natives here. Just like Israeli administration, we are imperial war hawks who keep plundering nations and destabilizing them all over. U.S. shouldn't exist the way it is. It needs to be obliterated. I'm not sure I understand what the question is. I mean, I think Ta-Nehisi Coates had a good way of phrasing it in terms of countries don't need rights to exist. It is really, it's a formulation of power. Do I think that America should not be imperialist? Yes, I agree with that. Is it unjust? Yes, I agree with that. I mean, I don't know beyond that what you're asking.
Yeah, I mean, that's we support things like land back. The word obliterated, I think, is used because it's emotionally useful, but it's not specific. What does that mean? What needs to happen is a revolution that recognizes humanity and not imperial conquest and profit seeking.
I mean, yeah. It occurs to me that we're in a kind of era where we're speaking about our borders and the nation state in this really fascist way that talks about the nation as if it was basically religiously bestowed upon us. And I think it enables a lot of the border fascism we see as it relates to the South, or the southern border of the country, but even in Europe. These are the kinds of things where they have to be deconstructed.
There's a book I would read. It's Palgrave Macmillan, so a sort of corporate publisher, but Critical Social Justice Education and the Assault on Truth in White Public Pedagogy, the U.S. Dakota War Reexamined by Rick Liebeck, came out in 2020, goes into teaching the massacre of Dakota Indians during the Civil War, and discussion of that as genocide and ethnic cleansing, and gets into the fact that, like, regardless of what Ron DeSantis or people say, we do not actually have a enlightened view of what happened in the conquering of this nation. And I do think that what's going on with our support of Israel is taking a certain type of person backward, in that where they would have been able to admit a genocide. I think a lot of people still do, but I think a lot say, well, this is just how the world works.
People are saying that's just lazy graphic design. I wouldn't read too much into it. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.